different video today. I'm just going to be sharing how I've been styling my hair since I got it cut. And I did go in for a pretty major chop about 3 weeks ago, and I told her that I wanted really blunt ends, so no layers, and how I describe the length is when it's curled, I want it to come near my collarbone. So she left it about 2.5 inches longer than that, so when my hair is curled up, it'll be the length I want it to be. And so far, I'm really liking the haircut. It's taken me a little bit of time to figure out the best way to style it, but I have gone to a smaller curling iron. When my hair was long, I was using a really large barrel curling iron. Now I found that about a 1 inch works well for creating kind of the defined waves I'm looking for. I also make sure to leave the ends out, and I think that just gives it a little bit more of a modern look. And I also make sure not to start the waves too high, because if I start them way up here with my hair this length, it can look a little bit Shirley Temple. So I try to start them around my ear and jaw area, and it just gives a softer look. So this is really easy to do. I'm going to walk you through step by step, and I'm going to start by sectioning off my hair. My hair is pretty thin, so I'm going to work in 2 major sections. I'm going to start by kind of going around my temple and then pulling all this hair and pinning it up so I can start working on this bottom section. Before I came downstairs, I did put a heat protectant through my hair, and the one I use is from Kenra. I've grabbed a 1 inch section of hair. I'm going to take my comb and brush through it and make sure to get out any snags or knots in my hair so it's nice and smooth before we put the curling iron in. I like to curl my hair going away from my face, and an easy way for me to make sure I'm doing that is I hold the curling iron straight and I make sure the clamp is facing forward. So I'm going to clamp the hair and I'm going to twist it, making sure to leave out a little bit of this end piece. And I'm only going to curl the hair a little bit. Basically for this bottom layer, I just want some bend to my hair. I don't want to make it too curly because I don't want to make my hair length, I don't want to lose a lot of that length. So I'm just twisting it twice, and then I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds. Now that I have the curl, I'm going to take the comb again and run through it while the curl is still hot. And I'm doing that so that the curl is not too tight. I'm going for a much looser wave, and running the comb through it while the hair is still hot just helps loosen the hair up a little bit. I've taken another 1 inch section directly behind the first one, and I'm doing the exact same thing. So now I'm moving to the other side, but I still want this hair to be curling away from my face, so I'm looking to see that the clamp is facing forward before I go in and clamp the hair. So clamping right at the center, leaving a little bit out, and then rolling the curling iron twice. Now that I've curled the bottom section, I'm just going to clip it away, and then I'm going to let more hair down. So I'm going to start working on this section, and then I'm just going to clip this out of my way. I've started this top section pretty much exactly the same way as the bottom. The only difference is I've curled up a little bit more hair. So when this wave drops, I want the top of it to start kind of right around my ear area. Now I'm pinning this hair back with the rest, and I'm going to divide this stowed away hair one last time into 2 different sections. I'm going to work, I think, with the front first, and then I'll finish up with the back. This section away, and I'm going to let down this last section right in the back and finish up. I put in all the waves, but before I go through and really mess them up and break them up, I'm going to spin around and show you what the back looks like. So you saw in the beginning that I do not have a lot of natural texture to my hair. So something that works really well for me is a texturizing spray. The one I'm using today is from Bumble and Bumble, and this is their Dryspun finish spray. You could also use something like a dry shampoo, just something to give your hair a little bit of texture and hold. So I'm going to shake this up really well, pull up my hair a little bit, and spray this right into the waves, and then scrunch it up and break up the waves with my fingers. Now that I have that texturizing spray through my hair, I'm just going to run a brush through the waves lightly. That is pretty much it. To lock everything into place and to make sure my bangs don't flop into my face during the day, I used a generous amount of the Kenra Volume Spray number 25. This is my favorite hairspray. I've been using it for years and I love it. I think my favorite thing about this hairstyle is when my hair was longer, I could get it to hold a curl for a couple hours, but it was almost like my hair was just too heavy to hold a curl. So it looked a little bit limp by the end of the day. But with this much shorter cut, I will lose a little bit of this volume, but honestly, the waves last all through the workday and even into the evening, which is fantastic. So I think that is everything I have for this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in my next video.